Find the number of positive integral solutions of x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 equal to 20, where x1 is greater than x2. 1, we're being told that these 4 have to be positive integers. 2, we're being told that this first value should be greater than the second value. Now, what is the least value that x1 and x2 can take? x2 can take a value of at least 1, right? x2 is at least 1, then x1 has to be at least 2 because it has to be greater than 1. So, if this is 1 and this is 2, correct? 2 plus 1, 3 has already been taken. So, that remains 17. 17 has to be distributed among x3 and x4. We're trying to see if there's a pattern or something. We're trying to understand it at a very small level first. If this is 1, this will be 2. This is 3. So, 17 will go there. In how many ways can we distribute 17 among x3 and x4? 1, 16, 2, 15 and so on till this is 16 and this is 1, right? We can do it in 16 ways. So, if this is 2 and this is 1, we can do the next in 16 ways. Okay. What if x2 is greater than 1? x2 can be 2, okay? Then what happens? Instead of this, a better way to look at it is, if we realize if x2 is 2, then x1 can be 1, 3, 4 and so on, out of which 1 will be eliminated because it would be less than. It can't be 2 also, right? If x2 is 2, x1 will be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 so on. Instead of that, what we'll do, like we did in the previous case, what is the total of x1 and x2? The total of x1 and x2 is at least 3. Okay, what happens if the total of x1 and x2 is 4? Now, we'll change our thing to the total of x1 and x2 and the total of x3 and x4. If the total of x1 and x2 is 3, which is the minimum, correct? x3 and x4, they can be distributed in 16 ways. Okay. What if the total is 4? x1 and x2 sum is 4. Now, x2 will have to be at least 1. Can it be 2? If x2 is 2, this will also be 2. They will be equal, but no, x1 has to be greater than x2. So, x2 can only be 1 and x1 can only be 3. So, even if it is 4, this can be done in only one way, and this x1 and x2 together are 4, that leaves 16 here, correct? So, in how many ways can those 16 numbers be distributed? 1 15, 2 14, 3 13, 4 12, so until 15 1. So, this can be filled in 15 ways, while x1 and x2 can only happen in one way. Together I am giving 4, distribution among themselves can happen in only one way, 3 1, that's it. 4 0 is not possible, 2 2 is not possible. Okay, what if the sum of x1 and x2 is 5? What if the sum of x1 and x2 is 6? Let's look at it again. If x1 and x2 sum is 5, right, how can we distribute? We can say x1 should be greater than x2, so it should always be more than half of it. Half of 5 is 2.5, it should be more than 2.5. So, either 3 2 or 4 1. So, and x1 and x2 can be arranged in two ways. We can distribute them either 3 2 or 4 1. Now, if 5 have been given here, how much will be given to x3, x4? 15 will be given. 15 means they can be distributed among them in 14 ways. Now, we see a certain pattern emerging, 16, 15, 14, 13 and so on. As one value here keeps increasing, that value keeps decreasing by 1. Okay. So, what about 6? If x1 and x2 sum is 6, half of it is 3. We can't give 3 3, correct? We can only give 4 2 or 5 1, which means this can be arranged among themselves in two ways, and the remaining 14 are going here, 1 13, 2 12, 3 11, so on till 13 1. So, this can be done in 13 ways. So, going on so on till now we understand the pattern actually. What would be the last possibility? x3 and x4 are 1 each. x3 is 1, x4 is 1, so that leaves out 1 plus 1 2, 20 minus 2 is 18. So, x1 plus x2 must be 18. If x1 and x2 are 18, in how many ways can the 18 be distributed among x1 and x2? x1 should be more than half. Half of 18 is 9, more than 9 means it should be 10. So, x1 and x2, x1 can take values from 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. It can't take the value of 18. So, it can take values from 10 to 17, which is 8 values. Okay. This can take 8 values, in which case x3 and x4 can take only one way. Fine. What about 17? If x1 and x2 sum is 17, x1 should still be greater than half. Half of 17 is 8.5, x1 is greater than 8.5, so x1 should be at least 9. It can be 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So again, it can take 8 values. While if this sum is 17, this sum must be 3. So 2, 1 or 1, 2. This can happen in 2 ways, correct? So now we have the entire pattern. x1 and x2, they can be given some values in one way, while x3 and x4 can work in 16 ways. One way, 15 ways, 2 ways here, 14 ways here, 2 ways here, 13 ways here. Next one we can guess 3 something, 4 something, and so on, right? So here we have 1, 1, but 16 ways and 15 ways. One way of distributing among x1 and x2, 16 ways of distributing among x3 and x4. Similarly, next one way of distributing among x1 and x2, 15 ways of distributing among x3 and x4. 2 ways of distributing among x1 and x2, 14 ways of distributing among x3 and x4. 2 ways for x1 and x2, 13 ways for x3 and x4. The next one, can we guess what it is going to look like? 3, 3. And what will this look? 16, 15, 14, 13. This will be 12 and this will be 11. So what does this translate into? 1 times 16 plus 15. We are adding 2 at a time. Next, 2 times 14 plus 13, 27. Next, 3 times 12 plus 11, 23. So if we have to understand this, this is 1 into 31 plus 2 into 27 plus 3 into 23 plus what would be the last one? The last one here is 8 into 2 plus 1. So this last one here is going to be 8 into 3. So while the first letter is increasing, first number is increasing by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The second number is reducing by 4 each time. 31, 27, 23, 19, this is 15, this is 11, this is 7. So you get that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 31, 27, 23, 19, 15, 11, 7, 3. So the values would be 31, 2 27s are 54, 3 23 is 69, 4 19s are 76, 5 15s are 75, 6 11s are 66, 7 7s are 49, 8 3s are 24. If we add the whole thing, we'll see, we'll get 10, 14, 20, 25, 31, 40, 44. This is 4 here. 7, 12, 18, 25, 32, 38, 44. 444. The number of solutions to this whole thing will be 444. Now, had this one constraint not been there, we could have just directly applied the formula, right? N minus 1 C R minus 1. But thanks to that one thing, the entire solution went roundabout. So the answer to the question in its present form is 444.